Hey, welcome to Zach's Tech Turf and weekly download episode number 97. Before getting in the news, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for all of the positive feedback on all of our Tech Vengers video. Don't forget that this Sunday, Scattervolt, he's linked down in the description, he'll be uploading a video that includes both the voting instructions and showing all of our builds at once, so make sure you're subscribed to him. And also, I just want to let you guys know that I'm adding some cool features to the ZTT Discord. That's also linked down in the description, so make sure you join us over there. Other than that though, I got my cup of coffee right there. Make sure you guys let me know in the comment section what you're sipping on. Let's get into it. To start off the tech news this week, you might have seen your YouTube sub box spamming about this new Intel processor, and that's the Core i7-8086K. It's celebrating 40 years of x86 computing, and Intel is actually giving away 8,086 of them. That link is down in the description, which is where I link everything I talk about. One extreme overclocker actually got this new CPU above 7 GHz, which is pretty crazy, but for the most part, this just seems like a tiny upgrade from an 8700K. Intel also showed off a brand new monster CPU at Computex earlier this week, and it's rocking 28 cores and can reach 5 GHz without overclocking. What in the actual F? This CPU is set to release later this year, but I have a feeling it won't be anywhere close to my price range. It'll honestly probably be over $3,000, I bet. Keeping with the insane CPU theme, AMD fired back this week at Computex, showing off their new Threadripper 2 line, and this time with 32 cores. Once again, WTF, Threadripper 2 will run on the 12nm Zen Plus architecture, and once again on the same socket as the last generation, which is pretty cool. A lot of this doesn't matter for us normal consumers out there, but I thought it was pretty cool to share. Finally, the last bit of AMD news is that they also announced the Radeon 56 Vega Nano graphics card, which is basically just a Vega 56 but mini. AMD said during the Computex event that the card is available right now for purchase, so we shall see if that remains true here in the next couple of days. Also, as a side note, they did mention that their new line of GPUs on the 7nm platform weren't coming anytime soon. Alright, so remember last year when Razer created that smartphone specifically for gaming? Well, this year Asus has done the same thing with their ROG phone. The ROG phone is rocking a couple of cool gaming features such as a 90Hz display with 1 millisecond response time, dual front-facing speakers, a charging port on the side which is better for landscape gaming, and there's even an attachable fan to keep it cool. There's already a ton of videos out on YouTube if you want to see more about this. And finally, on our weekly episode of What New PC Part Adds RGB, Leah and Lee decided it would be a great time to create RGB PSU cables. These new RGB cables called the Streamer are just extensions that you plug into pretty much any other PSU on the market, also into a motherboard RGB header, and boom, those white cables will turn RGB, and now literally everything in your build can be RGB. Great. To start off the PC gaming news this week, there are 2 new Battle Royale games making a splash. There's actually a ton more, but the one I really want to talk about is Realm Royale. Realm Royale is created by the Paladins developer Hi-Rez Studio, and it looks pretty darn close to Paladins if you ask me. The game supports 5 different character classes, including a warrior, mage, hunter, engineer, and assassin, and they all have different abilities. It actually doesn't look half bad. And finally, possibly my favorite news of the week, a new Blizzard job posting has surfaced this week indicating that a new Diablo game is finally in the works. Last year at BlizzCon they stated that no projects were currently in development for Diablo, but it seems like that definitely changed here in 2018. Looking at the postings, it kind of seems like they are working on a brand new game, hopefully Diablo 4, and not remaking Diablo 2 or anything like that. Hopefully we hear about this soon. Well, that wraps up weekly download episode number 97. Don't forget that the weekly download podcast is also available on platforms like Google Play, iTunes, and even iHeartRadio. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop a like down below to help support my channel, and as always, thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more Zach's Tech Turf videos.